In 2013, a talk was removed from the internet by the organization that hosted it. Not because it contained false information they could disprove, because it asked a question mainstream science didn't want asked. The man who gave that talk is a Cambridge-trained biologist, and the question he asked was simple: what if nature has a memory? Rupert Sheldrake is not an outsider. He earned his PhD in biochemistry at Cambridge. He was a research fellow at the Royal Society and worked as a plant physiologist before turning to a much stranger question. He noticed something conventional biology struggled to explain, something about how crystals form. When a new chemical compound is crystallized for the first time anywhere in the world, it's often difficult to get it to form crystals. But once it has crystallized somewhere, anywhere, it becomes easier to crystallize everywhere else, even in labs with no possible connection to the first. Chemists have documented this. It's a real, observed phenomenon. Sheldrake proposed an explanation nobody else had considered. He called it morphic resonance. The hypothesis that forms and patterns, once established anywhere, become more likely to occur again, not through any known physical transmission. He extended this to biology. Why do rats that learn a new maze in one lab make it easier for rats elsewhere to learn the same maze faster? It's important to be direct here. Morphic resonance has not been validated by mainstream science. The experiments haven't been consistently replicated to the standard required for broad acceptance. This is a genuine hypothesis, not an established fact. But the questions underneath it are questions mainstream science hasn't fully answered either. Why does a fertilized egg know how to become a complete organism? Organs in the right places. Symmetry maintained. Complexity emerging from a single cell. Through a process genetics alone struggles to fully explain. Genetics tells us a great deal, but even biologists acknowledge a gap in how the sequence becomes the precise form. Something coordinates that process. Conventional biology calls it gene expression and developmental signaling. Sheldrake asked whether there's a deeper organizing principle underneath those mechanisms, a genuinely open question in developmental biology. Long before Sheldrake, other traditions described something similar. The Hermetic Emerald Tablet states, "As above, so below. The small mirrors the large." The Vedic concept of Indra's net describes reality as an infinite web where every point reflects every other point. These are metaphysical frameworks, not scientific claims. But multiple traditions, independently, converged on the same basic intuition. That pattern and memory might woven into reality itself, not just stored in individual minds or bodies. In January 2013, Sheldrake gave a talk at a TEDx event titled "The Science Delusion." He questioned what he saw as unexamined assumptions in mainstream science. TED's scientific board reviewed it and removed it. They stated it presented ideas as fact that were not. This became a significant controversy. Supporters saw it as suppression of legitimate inquiry. Critics argued TED was right to draw that line. Both things can be true at once. That tension is not unique to Sheldrake. Every unconventional idea has had to navigate it. Rupert Sheldrake may be wrong about morphic resonance as a mechanism. That matters. But he was pointing at something real, the genuine mystery of how pattern and memory propagate through nature. Crystals that become easier to form, development that produces precise complexity from simple instructions. Traditions that intuited resonance long before anyone could test it. Whether the mechanism is a field or something else entirely, the question of why nature repeats its patterns remains genuinely open. Next episode, we bring the witnesses together. Lily saw the intelligence. McKenna mapped the acceleration. Sheldrake proposed the memory. 3 different methods, 3 different eras. What happens when you lay their maps on top of each other? This is The Truth is Stranger.